let the fete begin. Put on your costumes, feel the vibe. It's sweet like perfume, energy high, adrenaline rush. We reach the peak, ain't nothing stopping us. I want it that we love to do, we love to party. We stick together like we do, cause we love to party. Just like a moving train, nothing could stop we. And anything gets in we way, we move it sweet. Well, hand on the wheel, I swerve, 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 swerve. Two hands on the wheel, I swerve, 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 swerve.
All right, festival is in the area, baby. Tatola Festival is 71st anniversary. It's coming to you, and that was the likes of Mr. Jugu. So I thought it was a music video, but it's actually a teaser. So that's a teaser right there. Jugu, Swerve, big things coming. Yesterday we gave you the calendar of BVI events. So let me give you a little teaser of what to expect with the BVI events. And man, listen, they have so many music videos out. Just big up to BVI and a whole, because they're getting you ready, because August Monday is carnival throughout the Caribbean, and BVI is one of the destinations. You got BVI Anguilla, you got Antigua, Crapova, Barbados, Toronto is Caribana, and then after all of that, you got Grenada, and not forgetting Dominica with a big breakfast fete with Asa Banton. Today is Thursday, July 24th, 7:25 in the morning is the Rise Up Morning Show. Yesterday, what a great interview we had. We spent about an hour and a half talking with CEO Carl Knight of the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority. And listen, it was a good conversation. It was a great conversation, actually. We talked everything from LEAC, Hogland Energy, who is one of the contractors of WAPA. They came in during the hurricane season, Irma, Maria, and they're still here. He talked about how we want to rebuild the WAPA team members, meaning build up the staffing numbers. We talk about the estimates, what's happening with the billing, where a lot of people have, questions about that LEAC and the power bills, what's going on, lowering, hiring, what's up, all of that we discussed. So it was a great conversation. We're going to give you clips of that right here in the morning show. But before we go, this is a very good promo. And it's talking about civics. And this book, which is available, that can be a great item for your family, great item for your students, and great item just for our community as a whole, because we all have to understand civics and its importance. Check it out right here.
Not just any old textbook. This is our Virgin Islands Civics textbook. My name is Erica Hansen. I teach Virgin Islands Civics. Throughout my 20-year career, nothing compares to the impact I've seen since we started using this locally developed textbook. The text talks about our government, our history, and our people. Seeing our students light up when they see familiar faces, stories, landmarks has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my career. Now, for a limited time, you can pre-order copies of this text for your use in private or parochial schools, at home, or even in a community. Follow the link below and place your pre-order by August 1st, 2025 at 6 o'clock p.m. Don't miss this chance to get your copies of this unique educational resource. This book empowers our students not just to learn civics, but to live it as active, informed citizens of the Virgin Islands.
All right, not just to learn civics, but to live it. Being informed, taking part, making our voices heard. But you got to know the process, and you know how it works and how it all comes together. Because the government is us. We don't see the government as individual. The government is each and every one of us. So today, it's Stay-In Thursday. We don't have any cruise ships in St. Thomas or St. Croix. I want to verify that. Today the 20... No. Untruth. Thursday the 24th, one of the seas. No, listen. Yesterday, this thing was off. Because I'm watching the cruise ship schedule. So, I'm not sure. So, I might need to try another source. But you can check it out. It may have a ship down Crown Bay. Maybe not. We'll see. It is the summer month. So, it's a little slower. what you do is a great time for you to get Main Street or go to some of the stores if you want to get some amazing deals and such, because there's going to be less tourists. But of course, we love when the tourists are here. From the VIPD side, there's a report that the CIB, that's the Criminal Investigation Unit Bureau, they're investigating a shooting incident in Strawberry that left 3 males injured. This was on St. Croix on Tuesday, July 22nd. The 911 emergency call center received ShotSpotter notification of 76 rounds fired in the Strawberry area. 76 rounds. Several citizens called after hearing the gunshots fired, with one caller reporting a male was shot in the hand and was traveling to the 1F Louis Hospital via private vehicle. One Louis officer reported 2 males arrived by private vehicle with gunshot wounds. Upon officers' arrival at the hospital, they made contact with 3 males who sustained gunshot wounds to the body. One of the victims was shot in the upper body and was taken into surgery immediately and remains in serious but stable condition. The other two victims, received non-life-threatening injuries. The incident remains under investigation by the Criminal Investigations Bureau. Anyone who has any information on this crime can contact 911, the Major Crime Unit, 340-778-2211, or Crime Stoppers VI 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 8477. So imagine 76 rounds of fire in the Strawberry area. So imagine when we had I even forget his name, but the gentleman who came from the feds, you remember, before Ray Martinez, the shorter gentleman. A clip was carrying, we could have carried about 15 bullets in a clip, and he changed it to 10. I think we need to go back to 15. But, so if you do the math, 10, and this is 76 rounds, come on, you think they changed clips 7 times? You think they had 2 shooters, each with 3 different clips? No, that's high-powered artillery. That's high-powered firearms. And that lets us to know what the VIPD is dealing with and also what our community is dealing with. Of course, we all have to do our part, and if we see something, say something, we got to take part. And, our part helps keeps the place safe, helps solves crime. But we have to be aware of what's going on out there. 76 rounds. They came for war. That wasn't a handgun. That was a machine gun. My gosh. So this news circulated yesterday also on social media. This vehicle was stolen. They say it's a carjacking up at Drake's seat. Look at that. Infinity, one of the newer models. I got older model to that. Can look good too. So listen, what happened? Criminal Investigation Bureau investigates a robbery that occurred near Drake's seat. Tuesday again, July 22nd at approximately 2:39 p.m., this time at St. Thomas, 911 emergency call center was contacted by a citizen stating that they were robbed in the area of Drake's seat. Patrol units made contact with the victim, who informed them they were robbed and are carjacked by several armed individuals. The suspect fled in the victim's silver Infinity EX35. If anyone observes this vehicle, please call 911. Do not approach the vehicle or make contact with the occupants. So this, honestly, this is what gave me a little like, yo, come on, VIPD. We need some more information, like real talk. So it's near Drake's seat. We're part of Drake's seat. Was it by the lookout? Were we coming from Hull Bay area? What part? We were coming from Maintenance Bay area. Were there cameras around? No cameras around. Was it by the castle? These people by the castle have cameras or they don't? It has so many questions. Now, it happened, get this, at 2:39 p.m. 2:39 p.m. So 2:39 p.m., Now, read it. Carjacked by several armed individuals. Is this Colombia? What are we talking about here? You know, so VIPD, when you give out these stuff, we need a little bit more information. Does the public go on alarm? Should we all be afraid? What's happening? Several armed individuals carjacked this person 2:39 p.m. high day Tuesday. Cruise ship passengers in town. Safaris going on. Drake seat. Another cop, but I just putting the information together. This isn't no little. This ain't Fatuna. We know Red Hook, Nazareth, someplace like that. Frenchman Bay, Cutaway. This is a lot of traffic, which typically is on the road. So it leads you. But one thing you want to say is if you see the vehicle, want you to say something, call 911. Let's put up a picture of the vehicle one more time. And wait, then I'm going to tell you the year of the car. Car look good. This is a vehicle right here, Silver Infinity, that was carjacked. And sorry for the person who had to go through that experience. Very, very disturbing. So it says a Silver Infinity EX35. They didn't say the year. VIPD, sometimes we want a little bit more information. So we put one and one together and we could come up with 11, So anyway, what else is happening? Yesterday at Government House, there was the first ever observation of Rastafari Day. So that was interesting. You got the pictures on Government House Facebook page. And, many of the Rastafaris, of course, we could recognize them in the photos. But, Rastas, our family, they've been a part of our community, brethren and sisters. So having a day that is respectful to them is a wonderful thing. I saw some clips, I think of a Jaman, I don't want to quote incorrect, had the drums. Look, Jaman right there. He was there. Look, Damali, Lieutenant Governor. You got Governor Brian. So, okay, them they own the restaurant in Crown Bay, and then they have the second restaurant. Give it Speedy Redemption. That's Speedy Redemption right there in the front row. All the item there. Yes, I. Okay. That should be Bobo Lightning them. So Larry them in the house, they should have some video of this. So we could look forward and see. Look at the group. A very nice picture. So that was the first ever Rastafari Observance Day here in the United States Virgin Islands. Everyone looking nice and beautiful. Look, the conch shell blower. Yeah, man. Okay, and the Empresses. And it says a proclamation. Can't read everything right there, but, good vibes, good vibes. Okay. In a Rasta celebration, unless they have Terrence Positive Nelson. So just a little things that were happening on around town. Tell you on the VIPD side what was happening on Government House. And sad news, just in respect of it, we will share it. The governor, Albert Bryan, offers his condolences on the passing of the governor of the Commonwealth of the Northern Marina Islands. He says that with a heavy heart, he offers his deepest condolences to the people of the Commonwealth of the Northern Marina Islands on the passing of Governor Arnold Palacios, a devoted leader, steadfast advocate, and a dear friend. Oh my gosh. So this is a picture of the governor and our governor. They've been to events together where they're advocating, because the territories have to work together. When we go to the House, we go to the senators up there on the national side. So that's them pictured there together. Of course, we'd like to find out, was he still in office? Was he sick? Sad news. Life is precious. So you have to value it and treasure it every single day, because you never know when you're going to go. Of course, we pray for long life and we hope for the best. So last night we had a great conversation with CEO of the Water and Power Authority, Mr. Carl Knight. Good discussion. I started the day talking about it, listen, we covered a little bit of everything. He said, if your bill looks incorrect, don't shy away from going to customer service and making a thing about it. WAPA actually commented in the chat and they said you can dispute your bill or you can raise the concern online. So even if you can't get to the office, you could do it online. We had a few questions, a number of questions. We're going to play back some. This one we're going to start with is with the LIAC. And when we could expect to see a drop in the prices. If you recall, a little bit earlier, there was the Virgin Islands, the PSC told WAPA that, yo, drop your prices because the fuel cost has gone down. So the CEO informed us, WAPA petitioned that, so it hasn't taken effect yet. And the reasons why they petitioned it, he'll explain in this here. We asked him, when does WAPA see enough time they need for the public to expect savings on their bill? So saying all of that, we're going to run this clip, but we urge you to please go to AllAhWeTV, watch the clip, watch the entire thing. It's an hour and a half, but it's filled with great information because WAPA is our community, it's a part of us, but it affects everything within us. It affects our prices and goods, services, because everyone is impacted by WAPA, one way or the other. So this is CEO call night last night here on AllAhWeTV.
Yeah. And after a while, that's where we're at right now.
So you said having raised the rates.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, most recent in the news, of course, the LIAC.
Right.
This enemy, this bad word that most people don't understand.
The other 4-letter word. Yes. The other 4-letter word.
So you say, what is LIAC? You describe it right now before we even continue.
LIAC is the Levelized Energy Adjustment Clause, and you could also call it the fuel surcharge. It's a distinction between my operating costs, the cost of personnel and equipment, materials, and just a pure fuel charge. So my budget is about 43% fuel. So of every dollar I get in the cash pan, about 43 cents goes straight to pay the fuel providers. And so because that is a variable amount, it can go up based on the commodity price. If the market goes up today, the fuel price goes up. If it goes down, it goes down. There's an attempt to levelize that so that I'm not changing the rates every day or every week or every month. Right now we do it quarterly. Every quarter we look at, has it gone up, gone recently? The rates have been higher than what we've been collecting, so there's been no adjustment. It's been frozen at about 22 cents a kilowatt hour, which the bill is 43 cents, and 22 cents out of the bill is that fuel cost that we have to ultimately pass on.
So you had the PSC, WAPA was in a position where the PSC said, listen, we did a study and thing gone down, you all need to lower this LIAC.
Right.
And you all say, hey, like what you just said, we need to keep it for a little while so we could build up our cash flow. We could build up our coffers.
Yeah.
That was correct? And you failed. Not that you failed, sorry. you weren't successful in, not you yourself, but the PSC rule on behalf of the people. And that has taken effect. Has it?
No, it hasn't. We petitioned them to reconsider. That's there right now. We submitted testimony as to why we think they should reconsider the decision. I want to go back to the beginning though. They didn't do a study. We submitted our calculations and showed them.
Pause. You said they didn't do the study.
Right.
When we read, I went to the PSC website and they said they had a group that did a study and they watch it. So you said they didn't do a study.
No, I'm saying we submitted our filing that showed them that our cost for fuel has gone down approximately 5 cents from where it was previously.
Okay.
So we volunteered that information to them. We did our analysis and said, look, fuel is coming down. It's come down about 5 cents. And then we asked them to keep the rates steady for the reasons that you pointed out. We said, look, we have vendors we need to pay.
Yeah.
We're in arrears with a lot of folks. Local companies, stateside companies. So even though cost is coming down, I can't pass on all of that in a price reduction because I got bills to pay. But so that was us being transparent and saying, hey, we're moving in the right direction. Guess what? Things are working the way they're supposed to work. These projects, the water sellers, the solar projects, these projects are having the impact they're supposed to have. Cost is coming down. PSC got ahead of me and said, hey, well, let's pass that on. Let's cut the rates. If I was a private business, there would have been some discussion about rates of return on investment, profit margins. Nobody says, hey, my cost came down 5 cents. Let me reduce my price 5 cents. There's a certain level of reinvestment that has to be done into the business. The decision that the PSC made was they ignored all of that. They ignored the fact that the day that they did that, I actually had a tanker sitting waiting for me to pay them so they could offload the fuel because I prepay for fuel. And I was saying, we can look at the rate for the LEAC in isolation, but you also have to put it in the context of the bigger picture of the finances of the company. The fact is we have $104 million in accounts payable that is owed. We owe at least $7.4 million, and that is just local businesses that have floated and carried us, the trucking companies, the tire shops, all the local vendors that we do business with. We owe about $7.4 million. Even the airlines that we go back and forth with on, we owe another $2 million or so, just customer refund deposits that we have to keep there so we can refund deposits. We owe GRS. We owed IRB for taxes withheld. So before I start to tell my vendors I save in money and I'm reducing my prices, my vendors want to hear like, hey, well, pay me. Before you start cutting your price, make sure you could pay me what you owe me because you've owed me long enough. And that's the position we're in.
So how long? Because, the consumer at home, they just, they're trying to, WAPA is a big part of, as you said, the businesses, the barter, the residential. WAPA impacts every part of
Even the government has to pay a bill, right?
Yeah. So how long? You say you petition to the PSC. How long does WAPA need? You need till the end of the year to catch yourself? Or when can people see or expect to see a drop in the bill? And then we're going to talk about the bill.
So our petition, we're asking for a 12-month stay.
Oh, geez. A whole lot of year.
But so if you look at it from my perspective, our fiscal year started July 1st. That begins our fiscal year. We're still running a deficit. I just told you I still have a slight deficit. Not as big as it was a year ago, but it's still a slight deficit. I believe I can close that deficit by the end of this fiscal year. Okay. But here's the thing. The rate reduction that the PSC proposed comes up to about $2.5 million a month. That equates to $30 million for the year. I just told you I just came out of a deficit of $30 to $36 million. If I go back and add another $30 million reduction in revenues, I'm back where I started. Understood. It means we're still deferring maintenance. We're still not paying vendors. We're still back in the hole that we're just trying to dig ourselves out of. I think that within a 12-month period, we can eliminate that deficit, get back to the point where we're cash flowing positive again as a utility, and then we can start talking about how we share some of that cash flow with the customers in the form of a rate reduction. Some of it still needs to kind of go back into the business. So even if I save 5 cents, 6 cents, 10 cents, there has to be some level of reinvestment, right? So I can't, I need to take care of my capital expenses. We've been fortunate that FEMA dollars, HUD dollars, have carried a lot of our capital.
All right, that is CEO Carl Knight, and that is his appearance on AllAhWeTV. We are live. Last evening, we're going to give probably one more clip before the end of the day. Tomorrow, another 2 clips. But we invite you to go to AllAhWeTV on Facebook and YouTube and watch the interview for yourself. Great. Listen, this is probably one of the first times I think we've had a conversation with WAPA in a non-crisis mode. Generally, when you're talking WAPA, you're trying to talk the business and understanding, but it's either the rates still high. I can't even say that. But it's usually where there's island-wide, we're responding after a storm, some type of challenges going on. So I really appreciated the conversation because we got to talk about internal WAPA, what's going on, and obviously how it affects you, me, everyone, the consumer. So it was a great conversation. Go and watch it, YouTube, Facebook, AllAhWeTV. CEO call night. Of course, we got to give credit to those who keep us on the air and keep AllAhWeTV going, as the EDA, the Virgin Islands Police Department, Bureau of School Construction and Maintenance. Who else? Miss Naturalista and more. Java Grand. When they did that, I had kind of yarning. Then I got to go by Java Grand and get me a coffee or something. And tomorrow, tune in. I just feel like giving away things tomorrow, man. So you want to tune in. Who watching right now? Who watching the replay? Because tomorrow, it's summer, man. Let's give away some stuff. We're going to hype up the place and we're going to have some fun. Right now, let's also hear from one of our other providers, who this is none other than One Communications.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step. Or one promise. Maybe it's one dream. Or one journey. One smile. One gesture. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life. Just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where the American Caribbean meets opportunity. With direct access to the global marketplace, discover a business environment designed to help you succeed.
Good ideas can be realized here.
We have wraparound services. We offer tax incentives. We offer access to capital. Companies that relocate here can get customer care second to none here from the Economic Development Authority.
We're located in the Virgin Islands because of easy access of shipping and freight and cargo.
I welcome you to come to the Virgin Islands. Do business with us, expand, start. We're happy to have you. And while you're here, enjoy our lovely sunsets.
To explore a new horizon for your business, please visit our website at www.usvieda.org.
Press the button.
I contact, eyes on that. Moving her waist like you got island that. I could tell how she dancing, she a island girl. Miss my no eyes a island man too. Wine and me don't wine and start. Grip on her waist without asking. Jam till we feeling exhausted. I just love the way she whine. Oh, she from behind. She goes up, I go so, I just holding her for the ride. I just love the way she whine. So I got to whine. She go up, I go up.
Step in securing your business or home is erecting a fence so the non-invited can keep out and the invited can be guided in. Now, a solid, beautiful exterior structure not only enhances the appearance but also increases the value of your home or commercial property. Meet Bender and Associates. They are the experts in aluminum and stainless steel, including their manufacture and repair. Their work include gates, automatic and manual, stairs, security bars, wheelchair ramps. Hey, once you dream it and it involves steel, aluminum, or any metal structure, Bender and Associates can build or repair it. And for those who love the metals with beautiful designs, Bender and Associates can do that also. Time to get started by calling 340-244-0861. Oh yes, Bender and Associates service the entire Virgin Islands. Bender and Associates, beautifying your property while securing your peace of mind.
Let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.
All right, welcome back, AllAhWeTV, right here at 7:53 a.m. on this July 24th, Thursday. And we just gave you a clip of CEO Carl Knight. We're going to give you one more. Him sharing, he was talking about the LEAC and why it's important, or why they need to have, WAPA needs a little bit more time before they drop the rates. So he was talking about that. We're going to get on with him right now as he shared about the bills and the estimates of the bills. Remember, this entire clip is on, the entire interview is on AllAhWeTV. So go to AllAhWeTV on Facebook and YouTube and you can see it. But this is the part where he shares his experience with overbilling himself or the estimation. Let's not use the word overbilling. Just use estimating. Right here, CEO Carl Knight, the WAPA interview. So now, again, we're watching AllAhWeTV. Oh, we are live with CEO
I did that
Carl
wrong.
Knight, I did that wrong. That's my fault. It happens. So we're going to try it again. Here we go. You know, she's family. No longer with your team, but we were there with the ribbon cutting. We get into the Wasilla generators. Right. Speed this set up, but we know she was instrumental in bringing those there.
Yes, she made sure she got that done before she exit the stage. She promised me she was going to get it done before she left, and she did.
All right. So now, again, we're watching AllAhWeTV. We are live with CEO Carl Knight, the Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority. So listen, I have a friend, and I have a number of friends. We're get into this thing now.
All right.
Every month, I got to listen about 30 minutes on the phone because the bill ain't the same. We were just talking about the LEAC. We were talking about number of stuff. She said, my consumption doesn't change. The people in my house does not change. My bill is, it ain't the same.
Yeah.
You know, another brethren, he was complaining. He said, my studio, I turn off everything. I got a ridiculous bill.
Yeah.
So what's happening with the irregularity? What's happening with these bill always changing? You've heard it before.
Yeah.
It is a problem known to WAPA.
It is a problem known to WAPA. Matter of fact, so
if the squeaky wheel don't talk, if you don't come in and complain that your bill have a problem, you're going to get sucked.
It's a problem well known to WAPA. If you have something that you think is erroneous, you should bring it in so we can take a look at it, right? I said, you know, God either bless me or curse me. You know, I started WAPA July 29th. My August bill went from $50 to $850.
Your bill was $50?
My personal bill for my personal.
Well, you got a solar home.
So this is actually the apartment downstairs that nobody lives in, that apparently had been getting estimated for God knows how long.
And it went from 50 to
850, even more extreme than most people complain about, right?
Okay.
So I thought that I was being hazed. I said, man, they're trying to mess with the new executive director.
Yes.
And I went down and I had some frank conversations with the team about how could this happen, why could this happen. And I asked them to do a few simple things. I said, don't lie to customers.
Okay.
I said, you know, it's not your fault, so don't invalidate their complaints.
Yes.
If it doesn't look right, let's assume that maybe something is wrong and let's look into it.
So what was wrong? Because we had stuck from 50 to 800.
The meter wasn't working. And so they started to tell me, oh, this is an actual read, and they were estimating. I was like, yeah, but the meter don't work. The meter still don't work. I said, like, I know meters. I have two meters. One works, and this one doesn't work.
And the meter ain't working, and they're estimating.
They're estimating the bill.
Mr. Knight, all due respect, that's lying.
Well, it's
all due respect.
No. It's
because we're using the word estimated,
right.
But that's like me sending a bill and what can I do?
There's an estimated consumption, right? And so whatever happened, the estimate went sideways. So they're estimating because they can't read. What I did when I came in, look, I found over 10,000 meters that were not given readings. And so we started off immediately on a project. Within the first 4 months on the job, I had already installed 1,100 new meters. This year, we've installed over 2,500 meters for the year already. I still got meters that, I'm walking them guys to the bone. Every day they're going out installing meters for new customers that want to hook up, because that was a problem too. Nobody could get new meters. And for meters that have been malfunctioning, replacing those meters. We have a new smart metering program that's coming online. I'm killing myself putting in new meters, even though I have another set of meters coming, because I realize that we ain't gonna get a benefit of that till maybe February of next year when we'll probably kick off that project in earnest. In the meantime, folks are getting these bills that are very erratic, and I want to make sure we're on top of that. And yeah, when you come in, we do adjustments. What happens is sometimes the register, that digital display, doesn't read, but we can actually pull readings off of the metrics inside the meter. And so sometimes, depending, if you come in, we can actually do adjustments if we find it's our fault. What we've also learned, though, is it'll cut both ways. Sometimes we have been overbilling you, and we need to give you a credit. There are times when we've been underbilling, and we actually need to do a true up. And in those cases, I've asked customer service to be reasonable and extend payment plans that make sense. If you didn't accrue the bill in 1 month, we don't expect you to pay it all off in 1 month. And so when we do find that it's been an underbilling situation, let's be reasonable how we approach it.
Let's take it back. No. I just see these two-door Jeep, what you call those?
Wranglers.
Wranglers. Driving around, I want to say country, around the islands.
Yeah, all over. Every
Don't
nook
we
and
have
cranny.
meter readers?
We do have meter readers. The meters.
But what's happening?
We've had an issue.
But the meter ain't working properly. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
So they're reading the wrong thing.
They read what they can read. They read what's working, and sometimes if it's not working, they report in. So it might be working this month. When they go out to read it, they might find that they can't read it, and so they'll report in and say, "Hey, this meter is black."
Okay.
They'll do, meter services will come out and take a look to see if it's something that's a quick fix. In some cases, what we have learned is after Irma and Maria, a lot of the meters, the modules that we were using to read these meters remotely, a lot of those modules failed. Whether it's the humidity, the water just getting in them, salt intrusion.
So that's across the board, they fail?
That's across the board, right? So about half of them still work. As advertised, we actually could remotely read them. About half of them we have to manually read. About a quarter of them we have to manually read,
So
and then about a quarter.
estimations is what's going on right now.
There's a lot of estimating. So estimation, there's nothing wrong with estimating, right? It's not a lie, it's not a fraud, but it's not supposed to be month after month after month. There's supposed to be a true up. If I read you this month, if I read you in July, and I have to estimate you in August because a storm came through the day I was supposed to read, by September, I should read you again, and I should be able to say, okay, the difference between July and September is this. And so I could give you an estimate for August, but by September, I should be truing that up to say, okay, I charge you this in August. Here's what the difference really is. Here's what I should have charged you, and I should fix it. When I let that run for month after month, that starts to accumulate. And then there's a point when I do take a reading or I change out a meter, I now bring you a consumption charge, and you say, well, hey, I never paid that yet.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. But we're working on it. We understand the issue. It's known to us. I've been tackling this thing.
And you just have to replace the meters with true meters.
I gotta do it the hard way. We gotta replace meters. Make sure that I have all my meters that are readable, both remotely as well as physically.
All right, get it right there. CEO here on AllAhWeTV talking about the estimation of the bills and a lot more in the conversation. It was a full, good conversation. Watch it on AllAhWeTV, Facebook, YouTube. Right now it's 8:02 on this Thursday, and we are stepping out of here. When we come in tomorrow, we're going to tell you what events are taking place in the U.S. Virgin Islands. We know there's big car race excitement happening on Santa Cruz. About a week or two ago, St. Croix, they had big car races. So big car racing returns. It's going to be exciting. That's one of the things we know that's going on. Tomorrow when we come, we have a full more set of information, events, and so forth to share with you. I want to thank our providers, the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, EDC, the Virgin Islands EDA program. Go to the website, learn the programs, learn how EDA can help you. There's money available for you, your business, to move forward. But you have to try. You have to start going to the website. The Bureau of School Construction and Maintenance. Listen, August 13, August 14, the new school year, you're going to see over 130-something projects. You're going to see you're going to see the transformation, okay? Things that needed to be repaired, replaced, such and such, to make it safer for the students to go to school, make it more comfortable, from wiring to AC, to painting of decks, to gentle stuff. Remember, these schools still under a massive set of things that transformations, but we got to keep it going at the same time. Bureau of School Construction and Maintenance, we also brought to you by Java Grand. Java Grand in Yacht Haven. Start your day, middle of your day, end your day at Java Grand. From coffees, lattes, mochas, to nice tasty cocktails. And on Friday, they have some happy hour specials. Ask them about the espresso martini. Miss Naturalista and St. Thomas and St. Croix. St. Thomas located at Yacht Haven Grand. St. Croix in front of the market, west, right before Jane's Bridal. And you get all your natural butters, your incense, your oils, your products, everything for your hair, your body, everything from your furry pets to pops in the family, son, daughter, and yourself, the lady, Miss Naturalista. All right, and also the Virgin Islands Police Department, we want to thank you for watching Rise Up this morning. We getting out of here. We will see you tomorrow. And guess what? Tomorrow is Friday. And some people just love a Friday.
Commercial motor vehicle operation and owners. Speeding is one of the top infractions for commercial motor vehicles. Driving above the posted speed limit not only incurs unsafe driving violation, but also puts lives at risk. Speeding is a leading cause of crashes, injuries, and fatalities in our roads. Remember, large trucks, buses takes much longer to stop. According to Title 20 Virgin Islands Code 495C, the rate of speed for CMVs, trucks, and buses within the town area shall not exceed 10 miles an hour. Follow speed limits. Always adhere to posted speed limits and adjust your speed for traffic and weather conditions. Maintain control. Driving at safe speeds help you stay in control, especially in unexpected situations. Safety first. Your safety and the safety of others on the road should always come first. Slow down and drive responsibly, because safe speeds save lives. This message is brought to you by the Motor Carrier Safety Assistance Unit, the Office of Highway Safety, and the Virgin Islands Police Department.
I am Eustace Grant Jr., also known as the Don Deal. I was diagnosed with stage 2 prostate cancer on August 31st, 2017. That moment changed my life. The hardest part of the experience was the thought of not being here to see my children and grandchild grow. Luckily, my family and support team were real. They had food sales to show their support. My prayer warriors and doctors were phenomenal. Do I encourage men to get screened for prostate cancer? The answer is an absolute yes. If you're an African American male with a family history of prostate cancer, you should begin screening at age 40. If you are unsure about screening, talk to your doctor to decide if screening is right for you. Testing is easy. Early detection saves lives. I am a living testament, and that's a done deal. African American men are at an increased risk of getting and dying from prostate cancer more than any other race. Talk to your doctor to find out if prostate cancer screening is right for you. This message was brought to you by the Department of Health, Division of Chronic Disease and Prevention.
We've been together for some time now, soon to be married. I think we're ready for a family of our own.
I knew that when I proposed that she'd be ready for us to have a child, but knowing that I carry the sickle cell trait, I may have a few questions that I need answered first.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited red blood cell disorder in which the red blood cells are abnormal. As a result, there aren't enough healthy red blood cells to carry oxygen throughout the body. Having sickle cell disease doesn't mean it's the end. Learn ways to manage your sickle cell disease. First, know your status by getting tested. Do you carry the sickle cell trait or genes? If you do, then follow the regimen advised by your clinical professional and practice a healthy lifestyle. You can live well as a sickle cell patient.
We were nervous at first, but now knowing our status, carrier and non-carrier,
now we can finally have a family of our own.
Sickle cell didn't stop us.
And it shouldn't stop you.
that's too